He said, "What's your number?" And I'm like, whoa, we just met.
We got money to make, yeah, we gon' do this today. I'm tryna whip in the rave, mess up his leg, you're faking. Then I have time for no faking, chasing the money we racing.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Alex McLean, and we're back with another YouTube video. Sorry I was not uploading the past 2 weeks. I was thinking about filming a music video for my latest song. If you haven't heard that, man, just click right there. Anyways, today is a story time. Don't mind these search marks, getting bigger. So the first, where is in Jamaica? So I left London when I was 3, and in Jamaica, schools are not the same as America. In Jamaica you have to wear a uniform. In America, you can wear anything you want, and that's a problem. The first day, that's a problem. And you can use your phone. In Jamaica, you have to hide your phone to use it. Anyways, there's a lot of the things American schools has over Jamaican schools, but man, Jamaica has the best schools, no cap. Because a lot of things Americans do in this school, like Jamaican teachers, they run a lot of jokes, just not about extra credit. Jamaican teachers does not believe in extra credit at all. So my first time here, just came from Jamaica, fresh and everything, new to America. Well, not new. I've been traveling a lot, but I wasn't wearing the best outfit in my wardrobe. Yeah, I put on something just throw on something. I mean, it's a first day. Some people impress. I just went to school to go to school, and yeah, I didn't know where none of my class was because first day at school, American schools, I don't know nothing about free lunch and all those shit. I brought $100 to school, and I'm not talking Jamaican money. I'm talking about American money out here balling. So I brought $100 to school. I don't know what to do. I went to the canteen at the cafeteria, and I was looking around, seeing everybody walking out without paying money. I'm like, these kids using some app on their phone or something. These times I don't know about Cash App and all those stuff. I don't know about social media. So I was like, oh, they must be using some app on their phone. So I went, collect what I wanted, and I'm like, these are not like American schools I see on TV, because American schools on TV, the lady's taking up some scoop and blather some things on your plate, bruh. And let's just say it was like that. You're literally picking up a plate. You're choosing if you want burgers or hot dogs or chicken or salads. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, yeah. So I went in, had to take up the side because, staying fit and all those stuff. Not vegetarian though. Not vegan. I took it up because I want to stay healthy. And I walked up to the lunch lady. She said, "What's your number?" And I'm like, whoa, we just met. I didn't actually say that though. But I'm like, whoa, we just met. Why you asking me for my number? And let's just say, she wasn't the brightest bulb in the pack, but she was a juicy one because she was Latino. So she asked me for my number, and I'm like, oh damn, we just met. Golly, waiting until the second day. So I'm out there just staring in her eyes. You're like having a staring contest. Then she says, "What's your number?" Type it in. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of new to the school, so I don't know. So she said, "Alright, what's your ID number?" So I told her my ID number, and she gave me a number. I put it down on my phone. When I walked out of the lunchroom, I looked back on her, and she looked back at me. I'm like, and she was like, and yeah, from that day on, I didn't went into that cafeteria at all. So after lunch, I went to my, I think that was study hall right after lunch. So I went to study hall. I didn't know where study hall was, so I found this Jamaican dude. Coincident. A Jamaican found a Jamaican to get into class, which we have the same class. So I'm like, oh, okay, boom. We walk to class. After we're in class now, the teacher's Jamaican. Half the class want to be Jamaican. Half the class is Jamaican. Half the other half is like Haitian, Latino, and they all want to say they come from Jamaica, or they want to be Jamaican, or they want to be with a guy from Jamaica. So as you guys know, I'm ugly as fuck, and I know I didn't stand a chance with them. So I'm like standing over in my corner on my phone doing random things. I was watching porn. No, I wasn't. But I was on my phone. I think I was watching Mr. Beast's YouTube channel. And the teacher called me to introduce myself. I'm like, nigga, I thought it was back in Jamaica, because I ain't introducing myself at all. I'm like, my throat is killing me, so I can't talk that much. She was like, okay, we can do it some other day. I'm like, other day? Golly, she's desperate. And I was supposed to go to music class, and this is where the spice happened, because this is where I got ghosted for the first time. So I got out of class. I was looking at my schedule like, where is this? I walked around the whole school, literally, and I couldn't find the class. I found this girl. She was walking with another girl that I think she's, well, she said she was born in America. Let's just say she's American, but she was dark skinned, and we had the same class all through the day. So I'm like, ooh, wow, we got the same class again. I'm gonna make my move. So she had art class. I had music, and she went to her art class, and I'm like, oh, this is where my class is. The girl said no, and the girl was gay. So I'm like, okay. We were on the corridor walking to class, and she was in the band. So I'm like, okay. She walked me to class. Well, we were walking to class. When we went through the door to go to the back of the school, I'm like, what the fuck is this girl carrying me? So I asked her, are we going the right way? She said yes. We're going to Mr. Rodriguez's class. I can't forget that, man. That man was healthy big. He wasn't buff, like muscular. He was like fat. No offense on fat people, but that's too much. So we were walking. So I'm like, yo, everybody in America normally get girls on the first day, so I'm gonna shoot my shot. And remember, I wasn't just sitting at all. I was looking like a straight up nerd. I was wearing a Wrangler pants with a button up shirt with a Timberland on, and I had a black book bag on, so I wasn't looking ready for it at all. So we were walking. I'm like, so you're single? She said, well, she wasn't single at the time. And she said, so I'm like, are you single? She said, yes. So I'm like, okay, name's Alex. I was introducing myself. I was starting up. And the funny thing was, when I made it to class, I forgot to ask the girl for a number. Idiot! So, we were walking. She was so I'm like, she told me she's gay and all that. So I'm like, so you never been with a guy before? She said no. So I'm like, so can I be the first? And she was like, sure. I'm like, oh shit. She just wanted tea because I'm ugly as heck. And then, let's just say, then it got spiced because we were talking in depths of what we're gonna do when we get together. I was gonna pick her up and brought her to the airport and flew her out to Mexico. We were talking all about sex to class, bro. But to be honest, I didn't know this girl at all. I didn't follow her on Instagram or nothing. This is the first time seeing this girl. So we were talking in depths of how she's, gonna and all those stuff. So when I made it to class, I'm like, bye. We hugged. I'm like, ooh, wow, I got a chance on this girl. Because, hugging a girl, I'm dressing like a nerd, so I'm hugging a girl like, I'm a king. So we hug. I was in class. I live close to the school, by the way. At that time, I'm still going to that same school. I see her every day. So I was walking down the street going home because I live close to school. I'm not gonna say that because privacy. I live close to school, so I was walking down. A lot of kids was walking, and out of nowhere, I saw this girl running behind this other girl, hiding from me. So I'm like, oh damn, that's how it is. So after we were talking in depth and all those stuff, she's hiding from me, and I'm like, okay, I got played. So I went home, came to school the other day looking fresh as hell. I'm looking like a real Jamaican. I'm wearing clogs with skinny jeans and then, shirt. Yeah, white shirt, a black clocks with skinny jeans and a white shirt. I'm like looking fresh as hell, stepping in school. I was the freshest Jamaican yet. And we both know that's a lie. I wasn't the freshest Jamaican yet. So I was in school, saucing, looking like a sauce god. And I saw her again. So I went up to her and be like, yo, if you didn't want me, why did you make us went in depths like that yesterday? And she was like, I was feeling you at the moment, but I have a girlfriend. I'm like, bitch, you said you were single. I didn't say that, but I was like, you said you were single though. And she was like, yeah, because I didn't think you were gonna make a move. I'm like, when a guy asks you if you're single, the first thing you're gonna think is he's trying to make a move. So after all that, I found a girl. And let's just say, Mamacita was packing the ponitas. So Mama was packing the ponitas. And then I'm like, oh la la. I made a move. So I made a move on that girl. When I made a move, we were talking. I got a number on the first hour. I got a number. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take my shot. So we were talking. The next day I saw her, straight up friend zoned. I'm like, yo, so you want to go on a date Saturday? I'm like, watching a lot of movies at Jamaica. I'm thinking that's at school up here. So bad, it was different. So I'm like, you want to go on a date Saturday night? She was like, date? No. She didn't say no, but she was like, I'm kind of busy, so I just know that friend zoned. And we were talking still because, I'm dumb, just fresh from Jamaica. I'm not used to getting turned down because, in Jamaica, girls want guys to mostly sex. So, yeah, we were talking, texting. So finally, a month later of us texting every day, every hour, calling me even in the shower, we finally got together. And would you believe that we broke up the next week? Yeah, we broke up the next week. And me as a man, I'm reasonable, so I'm like, when she said, yo, let's break up, I'm like, okay, yeah. I literally said, okay, I have the text on my phone. So I'm like, Okay. Okay, bye. I'm like, okay. So when all that happened, I'm like, yo, we can still be friends if you want. This girl straight up says, no. I got turned the fuck down. I was crying. I wasn't literally crying, but I was crying inside. I haven't cried for over 10 years. And I'm like crying inside because, 2018 I came here. Oh, now I have a girlfriend though. And she's Latina. So, is the Latina the same thing as Puerto Rican? Is it? Anyway, leave in the comments if it is. The moral of the story is girls aren't shit. That's the moral of the story. And I'm working on making these more story time animated. I'm working on making all this animated. So if you're interested in animation, I already bought the Animate CC, aka Adobe Animate. I'm gonna start making those animations, put it out for you guys every Wednesday if I can. So let me try to do that. So I've been working on that for the past 2 weeks. The animate is stressful, my guy. So for like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next video.
We got money to make, yeah, we gon' do this today. I'm tryna whip in the rave, mess up his leg, get a fake it. Then I have time for no faking, chasing the money we raise.